Oh, man. Just gotta double check to make sure everything is situated as usual. Now I'm live, finally. Jesus criminy. Can I hear myself? Yes, I can. Hello, everyone. Bubble Ninja 720 here, bringing you part 100 of my live stream playthrough for Final Fantasy 14. So, I had a few people I have enlisted. Lilyba, she's one of my favorites for my usual, for my main. So we're going to add her in. The question is who am I going to swap out? I think we'll do Vinbelow. Begter, you suck. Go ahead and send them out. Alright, so 12 hours and 30 minutes. So they're already on a mission. Okie dokie. Was I working on anything? I was not. Oh, we had to fight Tsukiyomi. Tsukiyomi. Castrum Fluminus. Go see if anything's sold while I'm at it. Probably gonna give them a little bit before I start doing anything anymore because I can't do any leveling up on those. Got it maxed out. Yeah, we could go to could go shoot on over to. Oop, that was the wrong one. That was definitely the wrong one. Ah, oh, damn it. Oh, cool. I had unlocked it. Good. Yeah, that was probably the worst one to click. It sticks you way away. We're gonna go to Gold Saucer. Airship landing. We're not repeating the same mistake. Gold Saucer. Oh. Damn. Oh, second place. That works for me. Did I have any cards to sell? Don't think so. Alrighty. Could go over this way. Basically just waiting to do this fight and then we can continue the story. Time to play some Cuff Car. Oh, that was horrible. That was also horrible. Wow, I keep hitting that way too early. Oh, I got a new recruit. Let's see who the new recruit is. Don't want that one. Back to the gold saucer. Actually, no. We're gonna go to gold saucer, but we're gonna head back to home. And it sure is taking forever to fill out for this regular trial. And I'm right here. Okay. So nice, my setup. Still got a lot of work to do though. At least my bathroom now actually has a cutoff. Still need a bed though. Oh, I do have Cuff Occur here. Quite a bit of goodies to play with. Have I made this open to the public? Oh, I do have it. So it is accessible, it's just no one wants to go inside. Works for me. It's perfectly fine. Ooh, I need to check and see. So I don't have... I never got that item? Maybe it was after or it was before I created a character. Darn. So I have no Halloween decorations. So you can get about there. Oh. Kinda cool to make a little bit of a jump puzzle. Ooh, I can go do some stuff for Zoe. Drapes of Wrath, Protoposh, Pretty in Pantaloons, and the Great Sigmascape. Man. I guess we can go do that. Go to Idleshire. Wrong way. Let's see what she needs from me. Orphanage donation. Ooh, it's got a bonus. I think I was working on Carpenter. Yeah, we were pushing Carpenter to 80. Custom deliveries. Oop, too late. Back to the warrior. Feels like it's going to pop. It's gonna break. Oh, if it didn't. They probably cut that down to the last second. This was another one of my favorite fights.
It's going to be a
Oh, I got hit by it. My bad. Time for the night bloom. This is one of the best fight setups that they've ever made. Now we gotta help Gosetsu. Eat my crits! going down. Woo! Done for the count. So this is like what, the second instance we've had of second instance of a person turning into an actual primal instead of summoning one. The other one was Shiva with Iceheart, Isael. That's a bit overkill.
You really must learn to finish the job. 'Tis true that a gaudy mirror and a handful of crystals make for a feeble summoning. But even the weakest icon is a god of sorts. A threat that must be put down. My, such hostility! These beings are the sworn enemies of the Empire. I merely did my duty as an Imperial officer.
Yet you fomented this.
Will you surrender to anger then? Slay an anointed emissary to avenge a fallen foe? Ha! You cannot, of course! To do so would burn the bridges we have labored so hard to build. Oh, but I'm forgetting. They're already ash. This doorman woman has seen to that. The Empire cannot ally itself with any nation that refuses to renounce summoning. I believe I was most clear on that point. It should have been mine. The power he bestowed upon her. I should have been the one to govern Doma. I would have repaid his faith. No one alive loves him more than I! Instead, this harlot betrayed his trust. Useless piece of filth! Worthless whore!
Yeah.
Thank you, dear brother, for this precious gift. Vengeance. These people, our people, they ignore the corruption which festers beneath the surface. Cast aside that which is dirty and broken. Speak not of things which would disrupt their dreary little lives. Like you, Asahi. Always pretending not to see. You were the first. The first I swore to kill. Such bliss. I had thought my hunger insatiable. But now I am satisfied. You should feel honored, dear brother. I saved the last of my strength, just for you. What's the matter? The Witch of Doma will soon be dead.
Ooh. So you deserved a kinder fate. Gosetsu will mourn you.
He will mourn too, perhaps. I wonder, was the fruit as sweet as he remembered? Lord Xenos.
Lord Xenos. I am at your disposal.
Asahi, you were born of Doma, yes?
Yes, my lord. I am honored that you would remember me. How may I serve?
You are hereby appointed Ambassador Plenipotentiary, and empowered to speak with the voice of the Emperor. Return to your native land of Doma, and announce your intention to sue for peace.
For peace?
Once negotiations are underway, you are to locate the acting Viceroy.
She lives? That is to say, I will, my lord.
When you have found her, you will initiate a ritual to call forth an icon. I will instruct you in the necessary steps. Yotsuyu's faith is unreliable, but as a child raised to believe in the Kami, she will serve as a vessel for one of the Kojin's gods. She need only wish it to be so. The power will seem a gift, but the Icon's essence will consume her. She will be no more than a husk, a slave to whim and desire.
My lord, ever since the day you saw fit to save my miserable life, I have dreamed of repaying your benevolence. Upon my honor, I swear to devote myself wholly to your service. All that you command will be done, no matter the cost. But I fear the subtleties of your plan yet elude me. From the reports I have heard, the champion who aids the Doman resistance would make short work of a single Icon.
The Icon is merely a message. The pacifist teachings of the Populares spread through this city like a plague. And I would remind the people of the threat we face. You will be my chosen agent. The hand which tolls the warning bell. The salvation of this world will not be won through the signing of treaties.
Your chosen agent. I will not fail you, my lord.
Well, he technically did not. Did exactly what he wanted.
My master, Lord Xenos, he will come for you.
You have prevailed, I see.
It was not war that broke Gosetsu.
She is gone. Wherefore did the Kami spare us, only to inflict this pain? Death shall not want for company this day. You spared us a worse disaster, but I fear our fledgling peace with the Empire was beyond saving.
Lord Hien!
Maxima.
Maxima, is it not? I assumed you long fled.
I entertain thoughts of escape even now, but our negotiations have yet to reach a satisfying conclusion. The ambassador insisted that the summoning spelled an end to our mission here, but it seemed to me there was more to the tale.
Xenos was behind this plot.
I have heard tell of this power you wield. And in your vision, you witnessed Lord Xenos giving these orders.
But how can that be? Xenos is dead. He took his own life after the battle in Alamigo. I saw his body with my own eyes.
Forgive me, but Lord Xenos is very much alive. He granted our party an audience prior to our departure. That he was gravely wounded is certain, but his recovery appeared to be proceeding apace.
I'm afraid I share Lord Hien's confusion. The man's death was confirmed and his remains interred. These are matters of public record.
I have no doubt you believe what you say. But what then is the explanation? That an impostor has infiltrated the innermost circle of the Imperial Court? The idea is inconceivable. Absurd. But worthy of investigation nonetheless. Our movement can ill afford to have a highly placed pretender undermining our efforts.
Your efforts may yet bear fruit. Tell me, what is to become of our prisoner exchange? Though we have already taken custody of our conscripts, we have yet to release your Imperial comrades. Do you still intend to collect them?
Yes. As the late Ambassador's second-in-command, it falls to me to speak on the Empire's behalf. And I'm happy to confirm our intent to proceed according to the original agreement.
I like Maxima. He's a much more agreeable person.
Then let us be about it. 'Twould be a pity to abandon such a promising beginning.
Indeed. You have my thanks, Lord Hien. As soon as our people are secure aboard our airship, we shall depart straightways for Garlemald.
Tread lightly, Pilus. I sense treachery awaits you there.
Might I accompany you to the capital?
Huh.
Alphino, have you gone mad?
Imposter or no, if Xenos was instructing Asahi on the finer points of ritual summoning, then experience tells us there is an Ascian waiting in the wings. Without our knowledge and expertise, our new friends will be hard-pressed to contend with a foe for whom death is but a minor inconvenience. They need our help.
Were you indeed willing to share your knowledge of this enemy, we would not shun your counsel.
You truly mean to do this? In full knowledge of the danger?
I have seen the Warrior of Light risk his life on countless occasions. Next to him, I'm scarce more than a distraction on the battlefield. But in the meeting room or the audience chamber, there I can make a difference. I can strike bargains, forge ties, and change minds. And where better to do these things than in the home of our old enemy?
This is your moment. I believe in you, Alphino.
Tis not for me to stop you. But I would have you consider an alternative arrangement. Rather than braving the Empire as a simple traveler, go forth as an emissary of Doma. Such a position should offer you some measure of protection.
Go then. You've obviously made up your mind. Just try not to do anything reckless, all right?
I shall be on my best behavior. Farewell, my friends.
I think I might try to squeeze one more stream in after this, which would be to knock out another 7 Days to Die. I'm kind of itching to work on my base more. I knew Asahi was planning some manner of treachery, but a summoning. Thank the Kami you were here, my friend. None of us would have escaped Yatsu's vengeance had you not intervened. She was a pawn, aye, but she still had a choice. She chose to submit to the ambassador's plan. 'Tis little wonder Gosetsu departed in silence. I gather he left the same way he came, alone aboard a rowing boat. As for the conscripts, most made it to the Sekibune before the battle began in earnest, but the vessel yet awaits on the riverbank for those who did not flee in time. And I suggest we put this doleful place behind us, and make for the Enclave together. It would be a shame to miss the joyous reunion. Not a lot of them.
How often have I imagined this moment? Thank you for helping it come to pass.
Let's go, Setsu.
Ah, there you are.
Gosetsu, your hair. My friend, what have you done?
An old man who cannot raise his blade has no place in the service of a young lord. Thus did I decide to devote my remaining days to pilgrimage. I will walk this land, offering prayers of repose for all the souls who left this life in suffering.
All of them?
Oh, damn. It's either safe travels or don't leave us. I'm gonna say safe travels because he needs this.
A fulsome farewell makes for an enjoyable journey.
His mind was already made up.
Scarcely have we said our goodbyes to Alphino, and you leave us too. But 'tis well that my companions find their own way forward. I must endeavor to do the same.
I have faith that you will find the best path for Doma without me, my lord. Pray forgive me this last act of selfishness, and grant me your blessing.
You have earned it 1,000 times over. Go in peace, my friend. I shall make of Doma a land where children laugh and none need live in fear.
There is no better way to honor those who went before. And with that, I take my leave.
Ah, Gosetsu. Fair journey to you, my friend. A bittersweet occasion, but there is yet ample cause to be grateful. Pray join us in the Kyankan. I would thank you properly. Our brothers and sisters are returned to us, and the dream of Doma's restoration is that much closer to being realized. It is a day that will live long in memory, and one that would never have dawned without the courageous actions of the Scions. On behalf of Doma and her people, we give you our deepest thanks. Lest you think me complacent, I assure you. I have not forgotten the dark cloud on the horizon. That Xenos lives as a source of grave concern, mayhap the gravest, yet there is little to be done but wait for Alpha Node to send the word. Until then, I plan to devote myself to fulfilling the promise I made to Gosetsu by building a nation in which none need live in fear. I confess I miss him already, but the thought that he has at last found peace goes some way to softening the blow. I wonder, did you ever stop to ask yourself why he showed Yatsu such kindness? I believe the answer lies in past tragedy, specifically the death of his wife and daughter during the invasion. Though he hid it well, they were never far from his thoughts, and in Yatsu's childlike mien, I believe he saw not a fallen tyrant, but the little girl who was lost to him. After the loss of his family, Gosetsu devoted himself wholly to the service of his country. He suffered any hardship, strove beyond the limits of endurance without hesitation or complaint. Though Suyu could never truly replace his daughter, I had hoped that with her at his side, he might live out the remainder of his days in relative contentment. Well, that the kami had been so minded. Even now I labor to discern any meaning in Yatsu's fate. Deliver her from certain death with no memory of her sins, only to leave her at the mercy of her stepbrother. Can that truly be been their will? That I cannot tell you. The will of the kami is not for us to know. But what I do know is that for a brief moment, a girl known as Suyu lived among us, and that she brought with her a whisper of respite for a grieving heart. Under the moonlight. I think it's time we were going, don't you? We've done all we can here, and we have a lot to report. But before we head back to the Rising Stone, let's call in at Ralger's Reach. We should be the ones to tell Lise about Xenos. After everything we went through together, we owe her that. Haha, Thorgal. I gotta give him pet-pats. Yay. Hero, Elisa, you're back. No Alpha, no. It's good to see you, Lise. As for my headstrong brother, he's off on what will almost certainly turn out to be a once-in-a-lifetime trip to Garlemald. It's a long story, but we have evidence that Xenos might still be alive. What? But if this is a joke, gods, this had better be a joke. Look, I know what I saw, right? We all saw it. And here you're saying he's alive and well and living the high life back in Garlemald. I know how ludicrous this sounds. I'm still having difficulty believing it myself. While I might doubt the word of an Imperial envoy, I'm inclined to trust heroes. He saw the Crown Prince through the echo in a meeting that could only have taken place in the recent past. Xenos is alive, or it was him, it was Xenos. No, it must have been, I don't know, some kind of really convincing imposter. Xenos is dead. He had a great big hole in his neck. We buried him. Aye, and someone went to the trouble of desecrating the bastard's grave, remember? Thal's gilded halls. Whatever are you talking about? Tancred, what brings you to the Reach? Alphino had me lending a hand at the Seltery, keeping an eye on the rebuilding work and so on, just until operations were up and running. And now that they are, I thought I might look in on you before wending my weary way back to headquarters. Forgive me if I misheard, but is there some suggestion the late Crown Prince could have gotten better? If so, might I suggest a quick look inside his coffin as our first order of business? Ugh. As much as I hated the man, it doesn't feel right defiling his grave. But if it will put this rumor to rest, I suppose we have to. And when there are no curious eyes about, if we can manage it. Xenos is buried up at Bloodhow in the Locks. His grave was set apart from the others and left unmarked so as not to upset the locals. And it shouldn't be too hard to find. Nago, you're in charge until I get back. Alright, so we're going to the Locks. Hello, there's a card player over here. We're gonna need to play some cards right fast. Umber Torrent. Triple Triad. Little do you know I used to be a regular at the Salsa. I've got time to spare, so let's have ourselves a game or three. Ascension. And he's got Saman Plus. I win. Triple Team 3. Blast, I'm out of practice. Tried playing a couple of the folks here, but I wasn't feeling it. Best to keep business and pleasure separate, you know? What was that achievement? Ooh, Hostrafont card. Oh, Hostrafont. That's a big Nanka. As I said before, I'm going to try and squeeze maybe another stream in for 7 days. I'm working on my base. I've almost got the ground floor set up, so that way I can start making my garage. So that way I don't have to get out of my vehicle, offload it, go back and forth. I could just drive up a ramp and land on it inside my base, offload on my drop boxes and drive right back out the other side. I hope that's how it's going to be. We'll see though. This is it. Gods, he'd better be in there. Someone scrawled all over the stone a while ago, but I had it scrubbed off and thought no more about it. So no one Thought the check at the coffin was still occupied? Well then, we are presented with but one course of action. We had best be sure we are not observed in the doing of it. Shall we begin?
Oh dear. We seem to be missing a corpse.
Well, it must be somewhere. I only hope it isn't walking around.
Uh-oh, who's that? Don't like that. If there's no corpse, then are we to conclude the rumors are true? Not necessarily. We might still be dealing with a doppelganger of some kind. An agent could have been sent to dispose of the body in a bid to lend credence to the tale of Xenos' resurrection. More and more, however, I find myself siding with Alphinode's theory of Ascian possession. Speaking from experience, I can tell you they have no qualms about taking a living host, let alone a dead one. Are you saying an Ascian is walking around in Xenos' body? It seems a distinct possibility. Once I have put this grave back the way we found it, I shall pay a visit to the people responsible for interring the Crown Prince. Before leaping to any conclusions, I want to know for sure if a body was ever buried here, and how certain we are that Xenos was properly dead. If he wasn't, that was some trick. He as good as cut his own head off. Anyway, Raban needs to hear about this. If you find anything out, send a word to me at Rauger's Reach. I don't know why I'm surprised. With matters settling down in Doma, we were due another crisis. Shall we make for the Rising Stones, then? It's past time we shared these developments with the others. Sounds fine. Back to Mordona. Oh, wow. They ported me over. I like it. While I was waiting for you to arrive, I spoke with Urianger over Link Pearl and gave him a full report. Y'shtola is on her way and should be here any... I guess she just showed up. Alice, hero, 'tis good to see you safe and well. What news have you from the east? Disturbing developments indeed. Given all that we know, I too would conclude that an Ascian now inhabits Xenos' body. A doppelganger might fool the Crown Prince's subordinates, but hero? Nay, Alphino had the right of it. Would that his wisdom extended to the question of his own safety? Capable though he has become, he ventures alone into the enemy's stronghold, and the shadowy web of the Paragons, like as not. When it comes to making rash decisions, I'm hardly in a position to criticize, but I'm worried. I just wish there was something I could do for him besides pray. They're giving me some good coinage. Meanwhile, at the Hall of Doom, or really the Imperial Palace, I'm gonna keep cracking that joke. We cannot suffer icons to exist. Was I not clear on this point? More than clear. The icon in question was summarily dispatched by the Warrior of Light. The summoner is dead and the right beyond repeating. Everything proceeded according to plan, every party behaving exactly as required. My methods may seem extreme, but there is no cause for concern. I work only to ensure the salvation of the star. That's a lot of Magitech. What are you doing fiddling with that thing? I asked you a question, soldier. Yeah, I didn't think he was a good guy. Oh, I think I know who that is. What are you? Have you lost your mind? Ah! I have lost many things, but my mind is yet my own. There upon the stage I stood, prepared to take my final bow, only to find that the finale was but an intermission. Shall I use this chance to repent for my sins, embrace goodness and mediocrity? Nay, I think not. While the one I yearn to face yet lives, the hunt must go on. I'll give you 50 guesses on who the hell that is, and 49 don't count. Lunar Cycle. I got a new title, I bet. Under the Moonlight. Excuse me. Oh, I got an emote, or another emote. Ponder. Emissary of the Dawn. It's been an eventful few days, hasn't it? But I suppose all we can do now is wait for word from Alphino. I don't recall the last time I had nothing pressing to be getting on with. We should probably make the most of it. Shall I put on some tea? Tea would be lovely. You may regale me with the tale of your adventures in the Far East, and of your encounter with this new primal especially. I'll put the kettle on then. That table looks free if you'd like to take a seat. Upon sitting at the table, several cutscenes will play in sequence. It is recommended that you set aside sufficient time to view these scenes in their entirety. Are you ready to sit at the table? Yes, I am. Thank you for letting me know ahead of time that there's going to be a lot of cutscenes. That's more than just tea. Interesting. So the Tsukiyomi was summoned in much the same manner as Susanoo, via the medium of a sacred relic. That's right. They believe their gods or kami reside in physical objects. Given the danger they represent, it may behoove us to begin a catalog of such relics. But if we are to contain the threat, we will require a better understanding of the summoning method itself. I believe I shall pay a visit to Doma and learn what I can on the subject. A fine idea, and I know for a fact that our friends in Doma would be grateful for any information which could help to prevent further summoning in the region. I will pen you a letter of introduction. Lord Hien will wish to welcome our resident expert on aetherology. Greetings. Could it be that I'm in time for tea? Certainly looks that way. Come on, sit down and tell us how your investigations went. Well, he didn't sit down. Questioning Bloodhouse gravekeepers. They all told much the same story. Once Lys and her officers had confirmed Xenos dead, his corpse was interred under strict supervision. There seems little reason to doubt their testimony on that point, but when I mentioned the defacement of Xenos' grave, accounts grew rather more vague. None reported having seen any suspicious persons in the vicinity, and all assumed the act to have been perpetrated by a vengeful Alamegan. Crucially, however, I was able to confirm that when the offending scroll was removed as per Lisa's instruction, no one involved thought to check the contents of the coffin. By that stage, 'tis like that the corpse was already missing. Assuming Xenos was not in fact risen from the dead, we are left with two possibilities. Either the body was disposed of to lend credence to the claims of an extremely committed imposter, or an Ascian has taken up residence within it. If Asahi was as fervent a devotee as you believe, he would not have been fooled by an impersonation, however committed. We must assume that we are dealing with an Ascian and proceed accordingly. Agreed. The question is, how many more such monsters are waiting for Alphino and Garlemald? Their presence was his chief reason for going. He understood the risks. I only hope he did not underestimate the extent of the infestation. Let's hope not, too, even though Alphino and also Alice are not my favorite characters. Meanwhile, on the Imperial Hypersonic Assault Craft L-XXV. I don't remember my Roman numerals too well. L was 50, right? So it'd be L-25? Or 50-25? I don't know. Master Alphino. We are making good speed towards our destination. Is aught amiss? Nay, 'tis just, I could see naught from my cabin, and was curious to know the land over which we flew. I'm afraid our military craft are built with little thought for such niceties. I am happy to indulge your curiosity, however. We are presently passing over the burn on the western edge of Authard. Even with the benefit of a porthole, your gaze would have been greeted with naught but moms upon moms of lifeless earth. I have read something of the burn. It was described as a desolate wasteland, bled dry of every last drop of aether. Aye, it is believed that a succession of icon summonings was responsible. When Emperor Solus first came to Authard and beheld this blight, he is said to have reeled at the scale of the devastation. He declared icons a threat to our very star's existence and issued an empire-wide decree ordering the eradication of all such entities. Report! We're under attack, sir. Magitech armor, no visible designation. Magitech? But who? All cannons, return fire. Damage report. The main reactor's been hit. Helm unresponsive. We're going down, sir. Damn it, they knew exactly where to hit us. All hands, brace for impact. Well, that's not good. Glad to have you back, Master Alphino. We have landed in one piece, more or less. But the air filtration system is damaged and the ship is filling with smoke. We must gather the survivors and get out while we still can. Aye, aye. Duty calls commence battle for Emissary of the Dawn. Oh, I get to play as Alphino? Yeah. Alright, so I gotta go search for survivors. Alright, so that guy's actually really, really strong. Well, that one was pretty straightforward. Uh-oh. Confound it, not here, not like this. Yeah. Shoot and skeet. Oh shit. What? Who in the Emperor's name? Enemies of our enemies. Introductions can wait. You're calm in a crisis, Master Alpha. Now let us finish this then. That gun blade look familiar? Oh shit, actually. My bad, I keep forgetting that I have a limit break. My thanks. Your intervention proved most timely. Well, well, I did not think to meet an Eorzean in this place, let alone a Scion. You know of me, sir. I have some small history with your order. But I would speak of the present. Know you, your assailants, and the severity of your predicament. The soldiers bore the insignia of the Emperor's personal guard. And I could venture a guess as to their motive, but you yet have us at a disadvantage, sir. Will you not tell us who you are? Our names are not yours for the asking, and as for our purpose, let this be your answer. An Ascian mask. The face of our prey. We must away before more arrive. Come with us or stay, but make your choice now. Even should we manage the long trek out of the burn and secure passage to the capital, we would no doubt be greeted by the Emperor's guard. Indeed, we accept your gracious offer, Shadow Hunter will suffice for the present. Come. Weird phone call I just got. Might have to cut this one early. Jesus. It's like what? No, wait, never mind. So you had like what? 4 black masks and 2 red masks? This is intolerable. But as much as I wish it were otherwise, there's nothing we can do for Alphanod now but pray for his success. Well, that is not entirely true. While your brother journeys to Garlemald from the east, I could make my way there from Alamigo and find out what there is to be learned in the Empire's western provinces. Then I'm coming with you. I can't very well sit here sipping tea if there's action to be taken. Forgive me, LSA, but the provinces are hostile territory, and stealth is all important. It is safer that I go alone. I can sneak well enough when the situation demands it. Don't patronize me. Should leave this to Thancred. I'll go with him. I would love to go, but I know Thancred could do this solo. Not you too. I understand your frustration, LSA, but Hero had the right of it. We must defer to Thancred's expertise in this matter. Fine, just promise you'll be careful. It seemed that praying is to be the extent of my contribution after all, but I will stay behind as I have been bid. We all have our talents. Mine just happened to involve a silver tongue and soft souls. I promise to send word the moment I learn aught of consequence. So that you notify me too. I mean to depart for Doma as soon as I find a suitable East Eldrenard vessel to bear me thither, but I shall return if I am needed. Be sure to drop in whenever you're next in the area, Hero. With any luck, I'll have a painfully detailed report from Alphanode to share. You'll have learned the emote Ponder. Sisterly Act. Okay, tenacity, determination, piety, determination, spell speed, determination, skill speed, determination. I guess I'm getting in 2 silver pieces. Oh, Hero, if you've come here hoping for news, I'm afraid there isn't any. Everything is exactly as it was. Justola is still investigating primals in the Far East, Thancred is still gathering intelligence in the Imperial provinces, and Alphino is still out there somewhere. There's been no word since his first scheduled report, nor does he respond to calls. And all the while I'm just meant to sit around here waiting. It's driving me mad. Timing. Begging your pardons, I bear a message from the Eorzean Alliance. Thank the gods for that, we have a visitor. Welcome to the Rising Stones. If you have a message, I should be most eager to hear it. My lady, the Alliance leadership will soon convene to discuss the matter of Ascian interference, and they humbly request the presence of the Scions of the Seventh Dawn. Having assessed intelligence provided by the Alamegan resistance concerning the whereabouts of Xenos' remains, they too suspect Ascian involvement, and wish to deliberate a suitable course of action. As the foremost authorities on our foe, your orders counsel would be most welcome. Of course, we should be glad to assist in whatever way we can. With almost everyone else afield, I'd say this one falls to us, by which I mean I'm not going on my own. You'll come with me, I trust. Sure. I'd rather not. Yeah, I'd rather not with LSA, but oh well, of course I will. There you have it. We accept the invitation. Thank you. The time and date of the meeting will be shared in due course, but I can confirm that the council will take place in Alamigo by your leave. I somehow doubt we'll have anything useful to offer, but standing mutely at a meeting would still be better than nothing than the nothing I've been doing of late. Let's make ready to depart, shall we? Thancred, what's going on, man? Alright, just be careful on the road back, you hear? Did I hear right, Riel? Is Thancred coming back? Aye, that he is. Says he's acquired some important intelligence. Being in Garlean territory, though, he couldn't risk sharing the particulars in case the Imperials were listening in. So he said he'd head back as quick as he could and to make sure someone was waiting for him in the Alamegan Quarter. Understood. Hero and I will go. We're bound for Alamigo anyway, and there's sure to be time before the council begins. Come on, let's be off. Works for me. Getting closer to 74. No, he made it back before us. You two are a sight for sore eyes. Now all I need is water for my parched throat. Fetch me a cup, will you? Traipsing through Imperial territory is thirsty work.
God, I needed that.
I won't bother telling you to catch your breath. Whatever brought you galloping back to us, I assume it's urgent.
Quite. Without further ado, then. After the successful uprisings in Doma and Alamigo, rebels in several other provinces were inspired to follow suit. Unfortunately, they did not fare quite so well. The Dalmascans paid the heaviest price. For their defiance, the Emperor made a show of razing their capital to the ground, prompting many of their neighbors to abandon thoughts of resistance. But not all have given up on liberty. Heartened by the news of Doma's prisoner exchange, Some still believe that the Empire may one day be amenable to negotiation. We have the shinobi to thank for spreading the good word. They have worked tirelessly to keep the subjugated informed, and a little knowledge can go a long way.
There is at least a spark of hope, then.
A spark in want of kindling, yes. The Alliance has already begun supplying materiel to resistance movements abroad, many of whom would otherwise struggle to continue the fight. The support effort has been led by the Sultana and the Elder Seedseer, who have both seen enough Alamegan refugees to know the consequences of oppression. And for their troubles, they have quickly earned a reputation as folk heroes in certain corners of the Empire. That is all for the provinces. As for the Garlean motherland itself, our friends the Populares have suffered something of a setback, I regret to say. Talk is rife that Doma has summoned a primal, and the Empire's more liberal voices are being drowned out in the fearful clamor for retribution.
And who do they think orchestrated this summoning?
Oh, any but those truly responsible. Xenos has seen to that. Speaking of whom, the Crown Prince is recovering remarkably well. Well enough, in fact, to enable him to personally tour the provinces, putting the fear of the Emperor into the hearts of any would-be dissidents.
He walks in plain sight, and none suspect him. Then it's as we feared.
Yes. An Ascian wears his skin.
Skinwalker.
But it was not that which brought me here in such haste. During my time in the provinces, I learned many things. Yet at no point did I hear any report of a Doman emissary in the capital.
But Alphonse should have arrived by now. Could they be holding in there in secret?
The possibility did cross my mind, but I have reason to believe he never reached his destination. As you know, Scions assigned to covert operations, such as Riol and myself, are issued special link pearls for communication in the event of an emergency. I mention this because it was originally Alphino's task to coordinate the response at headquarters, meaning he has one. And whose voice should I hear when mine recently crackled to life?
You spoke with Alphino?
Spoke with? No. I but heard his voice, and none too clearly at that. 2 words were all I could make out. The burn.
The wasteland on the edge of Otherd. Something must have happened to them there. There's no time to waste. We must make for the burn at once.
I had a feeling you might say that.
And? I can't very well sit around here drinking tea if Alphino's in trouble. You said yourself that this link pill was only to be used in emergencies. So I'm going, and that's the end of it.
Oh, far be it from me to change your minds.
Loath though I am to neglect making preparations for the council, we must act swiftly before Alphino's trail goes cold. I propose we first pay Ian a visit. He's sure to want to hear about these developments, and he may well be able to advise us on how best to reach the burn. A sound plan, and Y'shtola is in Doma, is she not? I dare say she'd join you in the search if you asked her nicely. While you see to all that, I shall go on and report my findings to the Alliance. You may leave any preparations for the council to me. Thank you, Thancred. Right, to Doma then. We have much and more to share with Y'shtola. The Doman Enclave. I also am close to another million to dump into my, the rest of my savings. That put me at like, what, 56 million, 54, 55, somewhere around there. Well, that is curious indeed. While other matters demand my attention at present, I shall bear what you have told me in mind. Should you notice any change, do not hesitate to seek me out. Thank you, my lady. You are most kind. Well, well, two faces from the dim and distant past. Come now, it hasn't been that long. Who was that you were speaking with? A local miner who supplies crystals for the rebuilding effort. Of late, he claims to have struggled to find a crystal with so much as a trace of elemental energy. Upon learning that you had some knowledge of Aether, he came seeking my counsel. Just now, he brought me one of his recent finds. It was precisely as he described, devoid of elemental energy, and eerily reminiscent of the de-aspected crystals that manifested in Eorzea in the days prior to the calamity. It would be wise to investigate this phenomenon more closely. Indeed, but on a more positive note, the locals seem to have taken a liking to you. More an interest than a liking to, I think. The sight of a Mikote with a peculiar contraption upon her head has a certain novelty value in these parts. An actual regard they may have for me, I owe wholly to you and the others who came before. Everyone here has been exceedingly cooperative, and I am pleased to report that I have all but concluded my investigation. Simply put, by focusing one's will upon an ether-infused object of worship, it is possible to conduct a summoning. So the fact that they are objects of worship is the key. They are themselves suffused with the requisite belief. Correct. Such sacred relics as the Kojin collect obviate the need for religious fervor in the summoner, Yatsuyu being the most obvious example. She had but to associate the artifact given to her by Asahi with the divine, and it served to amplify her desires and give them form. A form nourished through the power of crystals, also provided by her brother, and thus was Tsukiyomi brought into being. Which brings me to the question of preventative measures, to which I have yet to find a satisfactory answer. At present, I know of naught that will avail us, save to keep watch over the movement of relics and crystals, as if we did not have enough to keep watch over already. But I doubt you came all this way to hear that which may be perused in a report. Has something happened to Alphino? I shall join you in the search, of course. Thank you, Y'shtola. I should be glad for your help, truly. Now, if there's nothing else, I should go on ahead and request an audience with Lord Hien. Alcé puts on a brave face, but she still has little talent for concealment. We should join her at the Kyonkon. Dang, I kind of wish I had a pair of the hand wraps. Greetings, my friend. Alcé has explained all to me. Needless to say, you shall have our full cooperation in the search, even if Alphino's trail does lead to the burn of all places. Did I say spell speed at some point? Spell speed and determination. That could be useful. Feel the burn. The region known as the Burn occupies a special place in Garlean history. Every child in the Empire is familiar with the tale. In the distant past, it was a verdant land teeming with life, but successive summonings saw it bled dry of ether and reduced to a desert. It was upon beholding the devastation that Primals had wrought that Emperor Solus was spurred to embark upon his crusade against their kind. The Burn offers a glimpse of the future we seek to prevent. Know you of any reason why Alphino might have gone there? Aye, mischance. Though it lies on the route to Garlemald, it is no place to make a stop. My guess is they encountered some manner of trouble there. In any event, I am of the same mind as Al say. We have no choice but to take our search to the Burn. Given the considerable distances involved, 'tis best we went by a bird. Hero and I have our yoles. Yugiri, will you ready falcons for the others? We shall gather our swiftest birds. Near the House of the Fierce, there's an overlook. Pray join us there once you have seen to your preparations. Spell speed and determination is not the best setup, but it'll be useful for Red Mage. I would eventually want to get some raiding in Eureka and get the Red Mage set leveled up. Honored Hero, you seek passage across the One River? Yes. I'm gonna do my best to try and do a raid on camera. But it's gonna be kind of difficult because it's going to be, I have to be part of a Discord to listen for the callouts and everything. Because it is not an actual, like, soloable event. I kind of want to say it's easy, but at the same time, I don't want to say it's too easy, because you can screw it up easily. It's just at some point, it kind of becomes a routine, so you're used to the safety dance. I just don't remember. It's been like months since the last time I'd done Eureka Raid, so I don't even remember a lot of the boss mechanics in terms of like where to step. I remember some of it. If I do a raid, I probably will have my mic turned off the entire time. Probably how it's gonna go. Just so I can hear the callouts. I won't be talking. It'll literally just be, you'll just be hearing basically the gameplay for the whole time. If everyone is here and possessed of a bird, let us away. Remember, our destination is a barren wasteland. There is no civilization to speak of for 100 miles in all directions. Take care and do not lose your way. Would I be able to knock out the burn? Depends on how quickly we get signed up. Okay. Basically at the level 80 book. Should be leveling these guys evenly, but I'm just basically pushing them because right now technically they're ahead of where I'm at. I technically can't get any so. Oh, lovely. I can't pay my rent right now. What's today's date? The 1st? Okay, at least I have a few more days. Alrighty, anytime now. Pop it up. Come on, pop it up. Come on, any day now. I thought it would be a quick pop for this, but I guess not. So much for the quick queue times as a tank. I kind of ruined that recently. Well, I know what I'm going to do to speed this up. I'm going to go get me a snack. Doing that should cause it to ping, because it's something I want to do. That could be interrupted by an actual dungeon pop. Maybe I was wrong. So far, still no dungeon pop. Oh. Well, actually, it is only 9 minutes left. So I'm probably just going to cut this here early. Take a snack break and then go do another stream. Sorry, everyone. I was going to try and knock this one out, but it doesn't look like it's happening. So I'm just going to go back to town. Well, thank y'all for watching. This has been part 100 of my live stream playthrough for Final Fantasy XIV. If you'd like to go ahead and give me a thumbs up, hit that like button. Subscribe to my channel if you're not a subscriber. Keep up with the content. Comment down below and tell me what you think about the game and my gameplay. The no spoilers, please. And I will see you in the next video. Catch you then. Later. Bye.